Oh, man. Hey, put on your boat hat.
well, wait.
What? Why?
We got to tell everyone
What?
some exciting stuff has happened. We haven't quite hit sailboat money, but people have donated enough. We're getting close. If you guys will see, and here, let me put this on, because I am officially becoming a captain here. We are slowly we're going to buy a boat piece by piece.
Uh-huh.
We've got our oar here,
Uh-huh.
and we've got a lifeboat. We've got our life preserver.
What else do we need?
Well, I'd like a place to sleep. I'm going to live on the boat.
Are we going to go Ship of Theseus style and just do one piece at a time?
I think
Plank
that's all
by
we can,
plank?
Right now, that's all we can afford to do. Unless I wait. But you know me, I get antsy.
Yeah.
So climb aboard.
You know, I challenge you to do something like that guy who traded a pen all the way up to a house.
Oh, right.
Yeah, do that with a boat.
Do that, but with Venmo, and everyone Venmos you
And
enough
money.
to.
Yeah, everybody just go ahead and Venmo Emil. What, $20?
Whatever.
We legitimately could get you a boat if everybody Venmoed you.
Don't
$20.
actually do. People have been Venmoing me,
Uh-huh.
and at first I was sending it back.
But now you're just keeping it.
Well, but some people started playing like a little game of like, then they would send it back to me, and I'm like, okay,
Stop.
So new rule: you send me money, I'm keeping it.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. You can send me money too. It's BenCon1 on Venmo if you want to send me money.
Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning. Every day they're pounding it. Bitcoin. I'm not fucking leaving.
Man, Jack Johnson's like music for Christian guys.
I liked it in high school.
I never did because all the Christian guys who like...
We didn't have that.
I had Christian guys.
We had Roman Catholics and Irish Catholics.
See, those are fun though.
Yeah.
They're fun.
They just like wear a crucifix and like, I love my mother.
Did they party?
Hell yeah.
These guys didn't. They were just like, let's go to church.
No. These guys, they weren't religious. They were like, I mean, they identified as like Catholic.
Right. These guys...
Like I remember my friend's brother,
Uh-huh.
Joe Panetta. He just had like a fucking like gruesome tattoo of Jesus with the crown of thorns, like bleeding.
Yeah.
Right. So it was that kind of, but like, I don't think he ever went to church. I don't think he could say like Hail Mary if you asked him to.
Huh. Yeah, all the Christian guys. There was this one big family. There was like 7 cousins who all went to my high school, and they all hung out together, and then like all of their friends all hung out together. Not kidding. Every single one of them, blonde, sandy brown hair, all surfers. And I was jealous. I liked them all, and they all liked me, but I never hung out with them outside of school because they never fucking invited me anywhere.
They were
because
like,
they were all everything was around church.
do you accept Christ into your heart yet, Benjamin Kahn?
Nope. They didn't even know that they knew that I was Jewish, but they all were part of what's called Calvary Chapel. It's like a surf church.
Cavalry?
Yeah.
Cavalry.
Yeah, Calvary Chapel.
It's a little crusade-y.
It's yeah, and their logo was like a wave.
We're going on a crusade. Bring the
to
Jack
the beach.
Johnson CD.
But I always felt out of place, and they all loved Star Wars. And I remember one time,
God, going to school in California.
dude, one of the guys got mad at me because I didn't know like what the Millennium Falcon was. I mean, I did. I was like, that's a spaceship, right? And he goes, you don't know what the Millennium Falcon is? And he was a senior and I was a sophomore, and he punched me in the shoulder. They were all on the swim team. I was pissed. Oh, and one of them, real nice guy. He had a clothing company that he started, and everybody would buy shirts. It was called Embrace Apparel.
Gross.
Do you know what Embrace stood
Embrace
for?
the Lord's.
Embrace Christ.
Yeah.
And he had a shirt. He had this one shirt that he put out, and it was all just like basic graphic design, like, oh, this kid's just been doing Photoshop for a year. But he had this one shirt. It was Darwin. It was Charles Darwin.
And it was dunking on Darwin?
No, yeah, it was dunking on Darwin, but he had X'd out the eyes.
Hell yes, bro.
And wrote liar on them.
True.
And then, and I'm like, wait, I remember being so frustrated because I'm like, he's not a liar. He's not like, it's not like he knows that God is the truth and he's lying
No,
to
he was.
everybody.
He was sitting there on the HMS Beagle going, I'm going to get these motherfuckers.
But then below that, he had a Bible quote, something about the heavens and blah, blah, blah. And he fucking spelled heavens wrong and printed dozens of these shirts. Spelled heavens, V-A-N-S, heavens.
Heavens. Well, that's actually how they spell it in the Bible.
I just felt so crazy. I'm like, what is wrong? He's not a liar, and that's not how you spell heavens. And I didn't buy a single Embrace T-shirt, but everybody wore Embrace.
Now those ones with the misprint are actually worth a lot of money.
He's making NFTs or something. Hey, Glenn. Hey, everybody. Check out the disclaimer in the description box. You're going to want to click see more, and it'll expand, and you'll see the thing. Hey, shout out to everybody who subbed to the new channel, youtube.com/Trillionaire Mindset.
Also, we have to say we underestimated a little bit here. We said we were gonna drop the teaser at 5K.
Yeah.
We should maybe believe in ourselves more.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, because we underestimated it.
We haven't, full disclosure, we haven't, can we say we have not shot the teaser yet?
No, we haven't shot the teaser yet, but we're going to
We're
next
going
week.
to shoot it next week. We thought it was going to take a lot longer. We're also already almost at 10K. We're like 400 away from 10K.
Yeah.
That we do have. We can drop the Joe Biden audio like that.
Yeah, we'll get there. And also, I promised nudes. We got to get the highlights. I promised people your nudes when we get to 10K.
No. I check the tweet. You said if you get us to 10K by today, that day you tweeted it.
Got
and
it.
everyone is still pretending like my nudes are dropping.
Got it.
You guys missed it.
The nudes aren't dropping.
No, they're not.
Can we get the highlights channel to 5,000, you guys? Because we got the highlights channel as well, and we're close there. We're almost at 4,000 there. And
So if you haven't subscribed yet,
subscribe.
YouTube.com/Trillionaire Mindset is
Yes.
our channel.
Yes.
When we're going to release the trailer first, we'll get everyone over there, and then we're going to start posting these shows there, plus other fun stuff.
Yes, and also that doesn't mean that we're leaving the TMG
Yeah.
family at all in the least. It's just we're baby birds that are no longer being getting regurgitated slop.
And we don't want to clog up their feed with our.
Listen,
we want to do other stuff.
All the people who are like Cody and Noel, you got nothing left to say, bitch. So you're gonna have to
or
go
come
ahead
to our channel and leave
Yeah.
the comment because it helps with the algorithm.
Yeah. Please leave your comment. Do it there. Maybe it becomes a meme.
Oh, also, can I say a little hurtful? It's been 1 week. We asked to get to 10K on this thing, right? We said, I never thought we'd get it. 10K subscribers.
Yeah.
What did I ask for last week?
You asked for 10,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And all you needed was a paltry like 2,500, and you
Still
haven't
not-
gotten it.
And I do want to say thank you to everyone who did help get me to. We're at like 87 now,
Yeah.
8,700.
Didn't get me to 20 either, and that's smart.
No, but that's fine. You're
yeah, I
already
don't
up.
care.
But you ask for subscribes, they get it. There's not even anything on the page.
Yeah, nothing yet.
But I can't get to. I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Posting thirst traps
Yeah, do that.
to the grid.
We got a beach day this Saturday. We'll take some photos.
Maybe we'll up my
Engagement.
from the beach.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna hit the gym before we go.
You don't need to hit the gym. But I'm going on Friday. I'm going tomorrow, so maybe we'll go together.
All right, I'll see you
Leg
there,
day
pal.
tomorrow. I made the fatal error of telling people that I would respond to any and all DMs showing me screenshot proof of you subscribing to the channel, that I would tell you that I love you. And I spent probably total now 3 to 4 hours across the whole day, across the last few days, responding to each and every one. So thank you to everybody who did that and sent me the screenshot, because I did not skip. I didn't miss a single one, I don't think. But there were a couple people who followed the highlights channel thinking that that's what I was talking about. And they were like, here, I followed the channel. I'm like, that's not the right one, but fuck yeah, I fucking love you anyway, you big dumb. The highlights channel is great.
Oh yeah.
You guys should check it out.
Should I do it to push us over the edge?
Oh, tell people that you'll respond to their DMs.
I don't think I can do it. It took you so long.
It took me so long. And I wasn't copy pasting. On Instagram, I was sending voice memos to people. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, these are averaging like 8 seconds a piece. That means that I can do like, I don't know, 7 or 8 per minute. That means it's going to take me like, I don't know,
It took you hours.
Yeah, it took me hours. But it was worth it. You guys are worth it because
They are worth it.
I really meant every single I love you because I do. I love every single one of you. It's awesome. Whoa! Oh, he just subscribed. Oh, and be sure to hit the little bell.
What does the bell do?
The bell gives you the notification when we post.
Oh, you got to hit the bell.
You gotta smash that bell.
So, yeah, give us a week or so. Well, maybe a little longer. We got to edit it, but we'll get the teaser.
Yeah, the teaser's gonna be fantastic. There's gonna be a in it.
Ben,
What?
cut that. It's a surprise.
Oh, okay. All right. There's gonna be a
Yeah,
in it.
bleep out what we said.
Yeah.
No, because then it'll sound like we said something horrible. Like,
Yeah, but then that'll be even more of it enticing.
there's gonna be a
What's gonna be in it?
bleep in it.
Yeah, well, a butthole? Shall we just dive right into it? You know what I'm excited about, man? Gavin Newsom, our shitty governor who looks like a comic book villain.
Doesn't he?
His teeth are too white.
It's like they went to fucking Central Casting and got like, do you have an evil politician we can use?
Yeah, straight. He looks like out of a Teenage Mutant Ninja
You ever seen the
Turtles movie.
picture of him and? Did you know his ex-wife is dating Donald Trump Jr.?
No. Look at this motherfucker.
Wait, can you find the picture of him and Kimberly Guilfoyle on like the carpet?
That's his ex-wife?
Yes, dude.
Kimberly Guilfoyle is his ex-wife. God, he's such a fucking politician.
Honestly, good for her. What an upgrade. Now you just get to do coke with Donnie Jr.
Oh, man. They probably get really good coke, too.
Dude,
I've never
I mean,
done it. I've never done cocaine,
have-
so I wouldn't know. But
there she is. But there's a really funny one of them like laying on a rug. It's hard to find.
he looks.
Oh yeah, look at this.
What the feezy? What? Where was this when he was the mayor of San Francisco?
I think so. He's a man of the people.
Kimberly Guilfoyle and her then husband Gavin Newsom on
Oh yeah,
Ann
because this is
Getty's
04.
rug. San Francisco in 04. Or Harper's Bazaar. God, what a fucking dork.
That's the thing though. It's that's what 2004 was like. You know what I mean? You like kind of things have changed. Sorry, Gavin.
He sucks, and his voice sucks, and his.
God, he looks super hot there though.
I mean, he looks hot now. He's a hot guy.
Yeah, but he doesn't look quite as evil. Like there, he doesn't look as
No,
evil.
he does not look.
look at
Now
him here.
he's like, he's been corrupted. Too
Also,
much.
he's such a little fucking baby. Like,
Oh yeah, big time baby.
remember when the wildfires were happening and he was just like standing in a smoldering woods and he was like, "We need to hold our elected leaders accountable." And it's like, "Sir, you are the governor."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, he's look at him. He's standing there in the sepia-toned. I think that was the Somerville. No, not Somerville. Paradise. It might have been the Paradise Fire.
I don't think it was, but
Oh, well. Either way, he sucks a tremendous amount of ass, and
so we want to take a quick break to thank the sponsor of today's episode, Babbel US. For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic careers. I had a really hard time. I remember begging my Spanish teacher to please give me a C because that was the best I was going to get.
really.
Well, it was we got to Spanish 4 and it got a little tricky for me.
It gets hard.
Now, thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you'll be traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or you just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. Now, look, I went to Mexico City, and I wish I took Miss Diaz's class more seriously.
It's always Miss Diaz.
Everyone, I would have had a much better time. Hey, still a great place. Go to Mexico City. What a fun time.
I want to go. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans. That is a crucial difference because Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts, real people. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be more effective. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. You know, my Spanish used to be really good, and then it dropped off because I learned it in high school, and then I did some study abroad. And, buddy, you know who helped? a little company called Babbel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent.
That's huge.
There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee.
Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to Babbel.com and use promo code TRILL. That's Babbel.com. Code TRILL. Babbel. Language for life.
Oh, but what we actually wanted to talk about was they're doing a little
Tax rebate.
Tax rebate for gas. Every car owner can get, for up to 2 cars, $400 per vehicle.
Yeah.
Which I think is a stupid fucking way to do it.
Why? What do you think is...
Just give it to everyone. Why are you doing it per car? Why would you get more money if you have a second car?
Yeah, that's...
You can't drive it. It doesn't mean you're driving more than me.
Yeah.
I could be driving way more than you. You can't drive both your cars at the same fucking time. And there's people who don't own cars and still drive.
Mm-hmm. True.
So it's really just helping people who own more cars, who are often wealthier. A lot of family members split cars, right?
Yeah.
So now you're just giving one person the $400.
That's a very good point.
Divvy it up amongst yourself.
Yeah. I wonder, and what's also funny is electric car owners get it.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make... You mean, what? A policy here in California doesn't make sense?
Although now that I'm thinking about it, aren't natural gas prices and everything going up, and electricity is probably going up? Your electricity bill is probably going up, so you're probably paying for it with your electric vehicle.
I want to get a liquid natural gas car. They're paying like $1 a gallon. It's insane. But I wonder if my scooter is included.
Also, if you get $400 for that fucking scooter,
I know.
I'm gonna strangle you.
It'd be 10% of the price that I paid for the fucking thing.
I shouldn't say I'm gonna strangle you. I remember I tried to post the picture the video on Instagram saying I was gonna kill you if people didn't subscribe to our channel.
Emil posted a photo, POV, of him making a finger gun at me, saying he would kill me if we didn't get to 10,000 subscribers.
And you were going, please don't.
Yeah, and Instagram caught it
like
and took
5 minutes. They got me. Maybe someone reported me.
Maybe.
But anyway.
If you reported Emil, good job, because I felt in danger.
One of the... I also think that these payments are going to come in July, starting in July.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's going to take it forever. Oh, and you know what wouldn't surprise me is if they took tax out of it, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's income. That's income you're getting.
God damn, these fucking people. I swear to God. You know how much money California lost due to fraud from unemployment?
Billions.
Like I want to say $18 billion got, or maybe even way more than that. It's insane. It's you're in California. You got enough
from people hacking the system, right?
Yeah, in other countries, you know, you
I'm
name
in
it.
the California unemployment mainframe.
I'm in the mainframe. I'm beep boop.
How much billions did you steal?
I just stole. Wow, $19 billion. Well, it's still calculating. Yeah, California eating $31 billion in unemployment funds to criminals. Holy Christ on the cross!
And you can't pay for my fucking gas?
Oh my God! You couldn't just tap some Google employees to make your website work and not be susceptible to that kind of shit?
That's a big... It's probably so hard to hire when you're competing with all these tech companies paying
but
so
just
much money.
offer them, hey, we're going to give you a big tax break. We'll give you a huge tax break this year if you just take a weekend to build...
Take a weekend
to build a website. Fucking God. $31 billion.
That's always the problem. The public sector. Remember the fucking... when they launched Obamacare?
Oh, yeah.
And
what a disaster.
The site just didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You know what a big problem I think in the public sector is, too? You know how... I mean, look, if you're a programmer, don't listen to this, but they can be kind of weird. They don't want to...
Coders?
Yeah.
Not Cody and Noel, though.
I think there were, especially 10 years ago, when everyone was trying to hire tech people and everything, they couldn't entice people to come because everyone in the public sector, working for governments and stuff, wear suits. They were like, "Nah, I'm not coming in and
Yeah,
working a suit."
they make you shower.
Yeah,
That's a legitimate thing.
right.
But you know what? They're laughing all the way to the bank. Or actually, they're probably not. They're probably like,
And now they get to be digital nomads because everyone can work from home.
yeah, which is tight. I like working from home. I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning. To me, that's sleeping in.
I can't sleep in anymore.
Really? Why not?
I think it's just getting old.
You need to relax, man.
I do need to relax. I feel like shit lately.
Yeah, me too. Well, speaking of feeling like shit, we got some.
You know who also might be going into a depression?
Who? Oh, America?
Yeah.
No, not yet. We want to talk about game. I just want to. It's worth a mention because GameStop.
Damn it!
People
had such
give
a
a
good
shit.
fucking
Actually, I don't know if people give a shit. Yeah, you did. That was good, but sorry.
that's
GameStop
all
got a bump. The meme stocks all got a bump. If you're out there, don't think that necessarily that means that it's.
Think.
Go on. What song is that?
It sounded like you were doing. Don't. What's that fucking song? Yes.
Don't think about it?
Don't forget about me.
Don't you forget about me. I'll be your baby. GameStop got a big bump. Ryan Cohen bought shares of GameStop, baby. 100,000 shares of GameStop. Purchased between $96 and $108. Yeah, so just be careful out there. Don't go chasing shit.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah, please stick to the index funds and the safe stocks that you used to.
Ryan's becoming very Elon though. He's got. We were trying to figure out who has more toxic fan base, Ryan Cohen or Elon Musk.
Ooh.
Apes versus Elon bros.
I would say Elon bros.
Who do you think hates us more, Elon bros or apes?
Elon bros.
Hmm.
Cause they're just apes will just go, all right, fuck you. Who cares? Elon bros will be like,
I bet there's a lot of overlap.
oh yeah,
Those
absolutely.
little freaks. Come at us, you little creep.
Yeah. If you see us on the street, I dare you to.
I
do
want you to
something.
kill me.
Yeah. You think I care? I don't have life insurance, so nobody gets the benefit. So yeah. He tweeted. Ryan Cohen tweeted, "I'm putting my money where my mouth is."
No,
I
he
put
said,
my money where my mouth.
money where my mouth is. Because what? He went from a 10% stake to like about 13%
Something like that, yeah. Which is, that's something. But AMC got a bump, Bed Bath & Beyond, Tilray, all the meme stocks got a brief little bump. But just be careful out there. Don't necessarily think that means that they're all coming back.
Or don't. We don't give a shit. Throw
yeah.
your fucking money away.
You're an ape. You're going to be a millionaire anyway, right? So why not just put every single
Just
last
speed
dollar
up the
into it?
process already.
Yeah, God. I just don't understand you people. When is it going to happen? When, Moass?
And really put the stakes on the line. Put your kids' college fund in there.
We're not we're joking. Glenn, we're joking. I promise.
Do it. Your wife will never respect you if you don't take a risk. This is the stuff she's talking about. She's saying she's tired. Our life is boring. Throw Timmy's college fund. He's not getting into college anyway.
Who names their kid Timmy these days?
This guy I'm talking to.
Yeah?
He knows.
Damn, I do have a son named Timmy. This is too weird. This can't be a coincidence. Because that's what all these people think.
And
that nothing's a
doesn't
coincidence. Oh, Apex Clearing, they did this and blah, 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 blah. If it gets too complicated to explain to me in an elevator, your thesis is shit.
Wow, very old school of you. Remember that fucking Twitter? I don't even know if it's...
What if it's a long elevator ride, though? But go on.
Remember that Twitter Goldman Sachs elevator?
Oh, yeah. GS elevator?
Ugh.
Yeah. There were some funny things on it.
No, it was all that like bullshit of like, being a man is fucking sick. Always wear a watch and cufflinks.
Oh, I remember it as being like
It was like jokey, but also sometimes like, remember, honor is always...
I remember it as being like, wow, going with the family to Patagonia this weekend to buy new vests, and then we're hitting Martha's Vineyard. Oh.
It would do like both, though. I'm going to pull some
All
for
right.
next week.
Speaking of manipulating markets and whatnot, even though I didn't actually say that explicitly, I don't know if you guys have read about the Chinese nickel guy, but holy shit.
Chinese nickel guy?
Chinese nickel guy. Zhang Guangda. He's a big shot Chinese commodity guy and the head of Tsingshan Group Holdings.
He introduces himself as that?
Hi, I'm Zhang Guangda, a big shot
like,
Chinese commodity guy.
Who? And he goes, the big shot Chinese commodities guy?
You mean you don't know? Well, so he had last week, or like a couple weeks ago, I don't remember now, shorted 150,000 tons that they spell out TONNES for some reason.
They're different, I think.
It's because they're British?
Well,
So over in the
American
UK?
tons, I think, way different.
Oh, is that what it is?
I thought so.
How would you write a singular ton then? TONNE? 1 ton?
Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing about...
What? What is your favorite?
Both ton and ton are units of weight, but a ton is a British and American measure, while ton, NNE, is a metric measure.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Nailed it.
Metric ton. Anyway, my favorite thing about Europe is their trucks over there. They got that brand that's just MAN. Have you seen those trucks?
Yeah.
MAN.
Remember I was telling
They're
you?
great.
I have family in Greece who fixes trucks. They fix Mans a lot.
That's such a great name for a truck.
I like the trucks. They don't have the big hood.
Yeah, it's just
straight.
yeah,
You
way
look
less
down-
safe for the driver.
No, I don't think so.
You're just dead.
I think that's the better way to do it.
Oh, well, cool. That's a MAN, baby. Yeah, there you
look at
go.
that
MAN.
thing.
MAN.
Why would it be less safe?
I don't know. I just figure there's no
Because if
crumple
you get
zone.
hit, the engine's going under you, and the other
That's
one,
true. It's driving right into the cab.
I'm sure they got it figured. You know, European
yeah, they got
engineers.
it. Europeans just got it fucking figured out, man. Airbus,
Airbus,
Man.
baby. Rails all over the goddamn place.
yeah, without having to sell their underwear. And
Let us ride the rail.
Yeah, let us ride the goddamn.
No, you know what we should
rail.
do?
What?
You know what we really need Venmo for? There's a new movie called Bullet Train with Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah,
We need to
Ah.
get a Venmo, or we'll do a GoFundMe or something.
for movie tickets.
No, get us to Japan, and we'll podcast from a bullet train.
Oh man, have you ever ridden a bullet train?
No,
I did. I went to Tokyo and I rode a bullet train.
I've never been to Japan.
It was tight. It's fucking awesome.
Would it blow my mind?
Yes, it's so cool. It's cool when they go by too. They just go. You see it coming, you're like, oh, that's fast.
No,
And
no,
it,
do
it
it.
seriously
do it. I
goes,
want to feel it.
and it's gone. It's just past you, and it's just that fast.
Damn.
It's awesome. It's cool. It's cool. Anyway,
Well, you got to get me there, and I'm sure all the stations are like so clean.
everything. The trains themselves are spotless. They've got luggage compartment. It's just the whole. These Japanese, man, they really do it right.
All right.
I mean,
Any donations that come in for the boat, I'm not. They're going. Me and Ben are saving for Japan.
we want to go to Japan, baby. So the Chinese nickel guy.
Oh God, I forgot where.
He shorted 150 metric tons of nickel, and then he got squeezed. The price of nickel per ton went from like 30,000 to over 100,000, and then they had to halt trading. So he fucked up because he was actually engaging in a sort of manipulation, it's being alleged, because his company had just come out with some new cheaper nickel that he was going to flood the market with, right? And what happens when you flood the market with cheaper supply?
I don't know. I've never done it. Oh, I thought you were talking about nickel. Exactly.
What famously happens when you flood the market with cheap nickel?
I'd love to try it.
Oh, man. I got some spare change. Well, that would lower the price of nickel because there'd be a lot more of it and it would be cheaper. And so to anticipate what he was about to do to the market, it's being alleged, that's when he shorted. What he did not account for was Russia invading Ukraine. And Russia, I think like 40% of the world's nickel comes from Russia. And so that caused the price spike. But what's fascinating is what's happening and what has happened since. Because of this, you make my hand motions. Yeah. Well, so what happened, my limited understanding of it is they halted trading and then they went after him and they said, hey, you're short this much nickel, margin call. You got to put up the money. And it was like $15 billion he was going to be out.
Make him do it.
He straight up said, no, I don't think I will. I'd rather not.
I'm the
JP,
Chinese commodities guy.
I'm the guy. I'm the big shot. And JP Morgan said, yeah, okay, you don't have to.
What's the old expression? If you owe the bank $1 million,
You have a problem.
they own you. If
No.
you owe the bank $1 billion, you own the bank.
That's part of I always heard it as if you owe the bank $1 million, you have a problem. If you owe the bank $1 billion, the bank has a problem.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But so that's what was happening. And so they said, okay, what we're going to do is we are going to cancel like $3.9 billion worth of trade.
Nickels canceled. It's done.
Dimes and quarters only. Pennies get a
Did
pack.
you guys hear what Nickel said?
I want to make a joke right now.
No.
The way you're looking at me.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank the sponsor of today's episode,
Public!
Public.com is an investing app where you can invest in stocks, ETFs, and crypto with any amount of money. What I love about Public is that it helps people become better investors.
You can follow other investors and share ideas. People like Graham Stephan, Cody Ko, Shelby Church, us, and thousands more are on the app. You know who joined the Public? I did, your boy. And you can see what trends I follow if you search for Ben Kahn in the app. Check this out. I had a couple great trades and some people followed, and it's nice.
On Public, you can buy slices of stocks, ETFs, crypto versus full shares alongside thousands of stocks and ETFs. Public offers 11 crypto assets including Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, Doge, and Shiba Inu. Plus, Public puts investors first and doesn't sell your trades to market makers like other investment apps. They route the trades directly to the exchanges.
You'll get a free stock worth anywhere from $3 to $70 when you go to and create an account, so get started today. Once again, make sure you go to public.com/trill to get a free stock. Click the link in the description. Anyway, so we got to bring back 50-cent pieces. And we also got to bring out $1,000 bills because hundreds just aren't cutting it anymore. If you
Hey,
gotta
I'll
buy,
tell you what.
you got to buy a car in cash off Craigslist or something, and you got to bring $10,000.
It's actually not that much. I've had a lot of money in cash, and it's not as much as you'd think.
Yeah, but it's still like,
It does get thick.
yeah.
It gets thick for sure.
Yeah. All right. So what do you call it? They agreed to cancel the LME, the London Metal Exchange, canceled $3.9 billion worth of transactions that took nickel from 50K to 100K. And so people are speculating that because the LME, the London Metal Exchange, is owned by a Hong Kong investment company, that they got pressured by Beijing directly, because if that guy was going to have to cover his short, or not cover his short, but deliver, he would have had to, Beijing would have had to use their nickel reserves to cover his ass. And it was just this big, it's just a big,
Self-suck.
it's like there was this commodities trader who said, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my like 30 years of doing this
But
shit.
he wasn't talking about this. He walked in on his wife had just been murdered.
What? And they reached him for comment? This is the worst thing. What about the nickel thing? Oh, yeah, that's, but this wife thing, I mean, my dead wife. Can you imagine?
Sir, have you heard about the nickel thing? This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, you mean your dead wife right there? Yeah, the wife thing. What do you think I'm talking
What
about?
were you talking
What are you talking about? Huh? The nickel.
Surely this is no time to give a comment on the nickel thing.
Oh, you mean the big shot? The Chinese big shot? Yeah, no, that's pretty bad too. So that's happened, and it's just so because of this whole thing, the London Metal Exchange has also implemented. I'm shocked that they didn't have this before. Sorry, I keep turning my head from the mic to swallow because I don't want people to hear that disgusting.
Let me hear it. Give me one.
I don't know. They have imposed what's called a limit up halt. So anytime nickel goes up 15% in a trading day, they just halt it for the rest of the day.
Huh.
And that exists. There are limit up, limit down restrictions on American exchanges. I can't remember what they are. I think, I had to know this stuff to get my certification, my license.
Just think about it.
It's
We'll
like,
give you
I
as much
don't
time as
know.
No, think about it.
It's like 10% you get stopped for 15 minutes or something, and then if it goes more than 15% in a day, you just halt trading for the rest
I
of the
like
day.
how they have those little rules.
Yeah, me too. It's great.
You're going too crazy. Hey, chill out.
They call them circuit breakers. Isn't that cute?
That is cute.
Yeah. And for individual stocks, if it goes like way too fast, way too quickly, they go, whoa, buddy.
Hey,
We got to halt trading for like 15 minutes.
can we talk to you for a second? Is
Can you
everything
guys
all right?
chill out? Yeah, is everything okay over here?
Everything all right at home?
Yeah, they did that with GameStop many times.
And
It was
GameStop
like,
had to be like, no, I'm fucking fuming.
I'm okay. It's a MOAS. Can you leave me alone? Leave me alone.
I'm
It's-
moassing right now.
I'm
Dad.
MOASing. It's my it's normal. Did you ever get walked in on by your parents?
Jerking off?
Yeah. You never walked in on your parents jerking off?
I don't jerk off.
You don't jerk off?
No, I just wait until I.
You channel all that chi into your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's always asking what product I use. That's just cum leaking from my scalp, baby.
Oh my god. It's gotta go somewhere. I
No,
guess.
you know what? I do. I'm probably going to have to say, like, we answered it in that mailbag episode because a lot of people were like, what does Emil do to his hair? And I'll say it one more time. It's an embarrassing question to answer.
Because it makes you sound gross?
Yes, it's nothing. I don't wash it. And this, you are seeing, it's not a product. It's
No poo.
just grease.
Would you say that you're a no pooer? That's a thing. It's called no poo.
I wash
no
it.
shampoo.
I wash it once a month.
Yeah, with Trader Joe's brand. Right?
Yeah, but not like because I'm like, oh, this is good shampoo. I just go to Trader Joe's. That's where I get my soap.
And not that anyone asked, but my hair care routine is to just wash it every 2 or 3 days with tea gel because I got the flaky scalp.
There you go.
Yeah. That shit smells good. You ever
So-
use pine tar soap?
No, I
Oh.
use Trader Joe's soap.
Pine tar soap smells so good, but I use Dr. Bronner's the no scent like baby bar of soap.
Because you got sensitive skin?
Yeah, very sensitive. You call my skin a pussy or a bitch, it goes oh, and it rashes up just right away.
How did we get to my hair? Oh,
Oh.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, who cares?
But now you know.
Yeah, the more you know. Boom, bing, bing, bing.
So if you want nice product for your hair, stop washing it.
Yeah. Hey guys, we got a question for you. Do you think a recession's coming? Is a recession coming? All signs. Carl Icahn thinks a recession's coming, and he said that he's like hedged up the wazoo for it.
I think we're going to force one to come.
It might happen.
Jerome Powell's now he's
Aggressive.
reversed course very quickly.
Isn't that so frustrating?
Yes, because just last week I was saying I'm very happy. I don't think we should be jacking up interest rates to force a recession. I mean, and you know, if you want to, like, what that means is they're going to stifle investment, which would mean that there would be less employment opportunities, and they're basically throwing people out of work to bring prices down.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't think that's what we should do, and I don't think, just like I was saying last week, I don't understand how this is going to help with all of these insane things that are happening around the world. I don't understand how it's going to help with the supply chain problems. I don't understand how it's going to help with the issues that the ongoing war in Ukraine is causing.
I agree with you somewhat. What bothers me is how I hate using this word because it's so overused, but they really did gaslight the shit out of everyone by saying there's not going to be inflation, to then there's going to be inflation, but it's going to be a little bit, to it's enough inflation that we can handle, and our limits are this, and it's not even going to hit that, to then exceeding those limits and saying, it's transitory, and then saying it's transitory for a year, and then now saying, okay, it's not, and now we've got to do something about it.
I just don't
Get the fuck. And who did it benefit the most? The
Who did it
fucking
benefit?
billionaires. And
Oh, yeah.
because
I mean, they're not going to be harmed by this.
No, not at all.
They're not harmed by any of this. It's not going to help with the fucking gas prices. It's not going to, I don't know.
But so that lends itself to, so real fast, Powell said he's going to have to maybe raise rates more than expected because of inflation. And he pointed to things like fertilizer and wheat prices being way, way higher because of what's going on in Russia, because a lot of our fertilizer and wheat worldwide comes from there. And raising rates means it costs more to borrow money. And when it costs more to borrow money, companies borrow less money. And it can be bad for growth stocks that rely on cheap money, and their cash flows get affected and all this shit. But going back to what Powell did at the start of the pandemic, slashing interest rates to zero and then doing all the quantitative easing and shit. We say that it helped the billionaires because it did, because they have a disproportionate amount of stocks and assets that get boosted by all that shit. But at the same time, because now everyone and everything is so inextricably linked to the success and the performance of the stock market, i.e. retirement accounts, it was in his best interest and in everyone's best interest to step in and do something because everybody's well-being now is so linked to it. And we wanted to talk about
retirement. A lot of people have asked us about them too.
Yeah.
And at first we were just going to talk about like 401ks and what you can do with them. But then we started looking into them a little more, and it's actually really interesting. And there's a link, and there's a reason why people are so wrapped up in the stock market now.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to do a lot with pensions going away and 401ks stepping in.
Mm-hmm.
Those, pensions used to be the gold standard. Everyone had one.
What is a pension?
A pension is a defined benefit plan.
What is a defined benefit plan?
It means your employer handles it. It's a simple formula, and it's a defined benefit because that benefit is guaranteed to you.
Right.
It doesn't matter what you do. You're not managing your retirement plan. It's managed by your employer. All of it is on your employer.
It's calculated based on...
and you are privy to the formula. It's pretty simple. It's based on how long you've been at the company and what your salary was throughout and what you ended at.
Yeah, it's company specific. But
Right.
your benefits are defined, and there's no question based on the performance of the stock market or otherwise. It's, hey, no matter what happens, I get my pension when I retire.
Before 401ks came along, up until the late 70s, early 80s, like the overwhelming majority of people at private companies had pensions. That was their retirement plan. And
it was sweet.
It was sweet. People liked them, right?
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to mess around with your retirement plan that much. It wasn't on you to do that. The risk wasn't on you either.
Right.
So that's the thing. If your fund wasn't performing well, you didn't see that.
Right.
It didn't matter to you because your benefits were guaranteed.
Right.
Guaranteed to you.
It was a defined benefit.
Right. So in 1978, they changed the tax code, and this is where the name 401k comes from. The line was 401k. It said
401,000, you mean?
no.
What do you mean the line?
Oh.
401k?
If you ever look at codes, it's all numbered and outlined, and you'll see, like, so when you get to section 401 and then you go down 401k,
Got it.
it talks about how you won't have to pay tax on deferred income, but it applied to bonuses and stocks. Mm-hmm. And so that was in 1978, and people started seeing this as a way to get around taxes. And then in 1981, they changed it. You could now do it on income, regular income. And people started seeing this as a new retirement account opportunity. There was a guy...
Because you could avoid paying taxes. Say your paycheck before taxes is $5,000. You would otherwise have to pay taxes on $5,000. But if you put $1,000 into a retirement account, Uncle Sam doesn't get to touch that.
Right. But...
that $1,000.
It's important to note that, so this guy, Ted Banna, he was like a benefits consultant for, I think Johnson, I can't remember the company, but he basically saw this opportunity, but he never intended for it to be a replacement for pensions. And so...
Is he a banker?
No, he's a consultant for...
a bank.
Like benefits plans.
Oh, got it.
I think...
Is he dead now?
No, he's alive. And he's still... I have a quote from him. We'll talk about it.
Is he like the golden doodle where he's like, I regret my creation? It's an
No, but I
abomination."
can read, like, so a benefits consultant at the Johnson companies saw the opportunity for employees to create a tax advantage savings account for their employees. I knew it was going to be big, but I was certainly not anticipating that it would be the primary way people would be accumulating money for retirement 30 plus years later. A lot of them have regrets. Many early backers of the 401k say it wasn't designed to be a primary retirement tool and acknowledge they used forecasts that were too optimistic to sell the plan in its early days. Others say the proliferation of 401k plans has exposed workers to big drops in the stock market and high fees from Wall Street money managers.
And the flip side to that is...
Well, so we should explain what a 401k is before we get too far about these regrets. So it's a defined contribution plan.
It's a defined...
contribution plan.
Right.
Meaning,
so as opposed to defined benefit,
right,
this
which
is
means
a defined contribution.
Yeah.
Which means you contribute.
You are contributing to your own retirement.
Versus a pension where it comes out of the company's coffers, not yours.
Well, it comes out of your salary as well, but you're not really...
Not always.
Yeah,
I
a lot
read.
of times it can come from
Just the company.
just corporate earnings.
It's just, hey,
Yeah.
it's kind of, you could say it's a form of profit
But
share.
it is like baked in a little bit, especially when you talk about public.
The app?
No, public employees. Public employees are often the only ones who do still have pensions these days.
Right.
And if you guys have heard about pensions in the news recently, it probably has been a negative aspect of it, where they're talking about public pensions have often been in recent years raided by the states, used as slush funds, which is horrible. And they're trying to make
CalPERS comes to mind, the New York Police
Kentucky,
Union.
West Virginia, teachers, all of it. It's horrible. And they're they're fighting to refund those. But private pensions were often guaranteed by oh gosh, I have it somewhere, but they were insured. So you were, even in down markets, you were guaranteed to your entitlements. But the 401k, the onus is now on you. All of that risk is being put on you.
And the reason that companies did that is because the 401k is cheaper, it's
It's
less complex.
much cheaper for them.
And it's less complex.
Right.
Because it's just like, oh, hey, you employees, you can, and what an employer can do instead is just like, oh, we'll match up to a paltry, like, I remember at BuzzFeed, it was 3% of 20% of whatever you put in.
Yeah, they're weird. So, like, a common one is that they'll match 50% of what you do, which is not horrible.
Yeah.
Some people will do full match, but yeah, they're often complicated, especially for people. Not everyone is well versed in this, and
Right.
I think that's why ordinary workers liked when their pension was just worked out for them in a simple formula.
And should we cover that real fast? Like, it's not that complicated. A 401k. It sounds intimidating, but it really isn't. It's basically, it's like if your company offers one, talk to your HR person. They will walk you through the entire process. It's very simple.
I think there's often like an HR meeting where everyone goes and they do a little presentation about your 401k.
And it can be overwhelming because they have a lot of options. Like, you have these funds to choose from. It's like,
I think it is overwhelming, though. You don't really know what all that means, especially if you don't have any interest in these things.
Yeah. Even me with interest, I was like, what the fuck are all these? Just give me like basic funds to invest in.
Right.
Because it's self-directed.
Right. But there's also a lot of stuff that people don't necessarily know about. And I think, some of the companies that that work with these mutual funds and stuff don't know exactly what they're signing on for. It depends. Your 401k at the company you work for, which you're not really going to have an option in picking, might have higher fees than someone else. And that can lead to over years for your retirement, you're losing tons of money. That guy,
fees.
Jack Bogle from Vanguard.
Right. Who's the creator of Vanguard funds.
Yeah.
Did it because he wanted them to be
they
very
charge like
low cost.
0.4% or something like that.
Right. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode, Shopify. Do you hear that? It's the sound of another sale on Shopify. The all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. Everybody's using Shopify these days. Shopify is a platform designed for anyone to sell anywhere, giving entrepreneurs like myself the resources once reserved only for big business. It's customized for my needs with a great-looking online store that brings my idea to life and the tools to manage my day-to-day and drive sales.
Making your idea real opens endless possibilities. It's a journey, but that's the beauty of entrepreneurship. I love how Shopify makes it easy for anyone to successfully run their own business. Shopify powers millions of entrepreneurs just like me, from first sale to full scale. And every 28 seconds, a small business owner makes their first sale on Shopify.
Oh, baby, we love it. So get started by building and customizing your online store with absolutely no coding or design experience. Access powerful tools to help you find customers, drive sales, and manage your day-to-day. Gain knowledge and confidence with extensive resources to help you succeed. Plus, with 24/7 support, you're never alone. More than a store, Shopify grows with you.
This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Go to shopify.com/trill, all lowercase, for a free 14-day trial and get full access to Shopify's entire suite of features. Start selling on Shopify today. Go to shopify.com/trill right now. Shopify.com/trill.
So basically, you are beholden to whatever funds your employer has designated to be the funds that you can invest in. Maybe it's Vanguard. Maybe it's American funds. Maybe it's, I can't think of any, fucking TD Ameritrade. Who the fuck knows? But you're typically going to have a pool, a mid-cap one, a small-cap one, a large-cap one, a bonds one, a fucking whatever. And there will be like a summary that'll say, this is risky, this is less risky, this is blah, 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 blah. And you can designate how much you want from each paycheck or each contribution to be, I want 25% here, 5% here, and whatnot. It would be, I cannot give advice, but I would say that if your employer offers matching and you don't take full advantage of that, meaning max it out, one could argue that you are leaving free money out there, because that's what it is. It's free money that your employer is saying, hey, we will match whatever you contribute. Also, I believe now with 401ks, you can only put in $19,000 per year. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I was
Something
looking
like
at
that.
That might be the IRA.
No, the IRA is $6,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we talk about IRAs now?
Yeah, but just
what else did you want to cover on this? Yeah, $19,500 and $20,500 for 2022.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's most of it. It's just the history of it is wild. It was never intended to be this substitute for pensions, and here we are, and it's put all the onus on employees.
Yeah.
And the point I was trying to make is, I think this is why people are so wrapped up in the stock market these days. Rather than knowing that your retirement is fine through a tough period, you are now watching your retirement fund as the market fluctuates.
Yes.
And it's exposing employees to risk they were never exposed to,
right?
Just a few decades ago.
Right. And also, it's now, I think it's just one of many, I don't want to say symptoms, that's not the right word, but it's one of the many characteristics of publicly traded companies in their endless pursuit of cutting costs, increasing margins, doing whatever they need to chase ever higher every metric to impress and cater to Wall Street and shareholders. Because before, like we said, it used to be on the company to use their profits to fund their pension accounts.
Right.
Sears is a great example. Sears is a good example all around, because Sears actually had... They weren't, their CEO back like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, said that they were less able, they weren't able to compete as well as they would have because they had so many pension obligations to fulfill. Hey, we got to put this $4.5 billion in our pension because that's what we've got to do. Whereas we would have liked to have put that money elsewhere to like stay competitive. To which I would say, well, then fucking raise and do a stock sale, like sell some bonds, do something,
right.
Which they probably did. But then you also had a case like General Electric, where instead of funding their pension account like they should have, like they were supposed to, they spent that money on share buybacks and all sorts of shit to like pad the numbers to make their shit look good. And it was just kind of kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
So
this was also a huge boon to all these mutual funds and Wall Street guys, because now they're managing all these 401k funds, and they're getting. I think it was Jack Bogle who was saying the average, or maybe I forget who, but the average worker over their lifetime is giving $155,000 to.
Christ.
Yeah, to these fees.
Wow.
It's wild.
And I read a startling statistic that as of I think last year, $6.5 trillion is in 401ks.
Oh yeah,
that's astounding. So when we say that everybody is now linked to the market and the performance of the market, it's like, and you had an anecdotal experience of like someone who.
Oh yeah, I was surprised. My friend, he's like mostly apolitical, but definitely not that not conservative. And I remember him privately being like, I don't know, I don't mind Trump that much. And I was like, why? And he was like, my 401k is booming. And yeah, the market was doing really well when Trump was in office. And
people vote with their wallet.
It's hard to be unhappy that your retirement fund is doing well.
So
whereas, I mean, if that guy just had a regular pension, he's not even thinking about it, right? He's an apolitical guy. He's like, I'm getting my retirement no matter what.
Yeah. now more than ever, over the last 20 years, it has been the stock market. And that's part of the reason why we like making the show, is because it is more and more, whether you like it or not, it's more and more tied to fucking everything. Because, yeah, everybody's, your parents' retirements, ask them about it. Ask them what they've got. Ask them how much money they have so that you know what you're going to get when you kill them. Don't kill your parents. Don't kill your parents.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Kiss him.
Kill him with kindness.
Kiss him.
Give him a big kiss from me. Say that's from me.
No, but you do have to be more and more informed because that is on you.
Yeah, and don't be overwhelmed.
That responsibility is on you now.
Yeah.
You have to know all of this stuff to make sure you're not overpaying in fees, that you're invested in the right things.
Yeah, and to that end, it's like, just read the stuff. It is very straightforward. Small cap, generally riskier. Mid cap, less risky. Large cap, you're talking about Microsoft, or that's like mega cap. Cap being short for capitalization being what a company is worth, what they're valued at. So like Apple's market cap is, $2.5 trillion, whatever the fuck it is today. I don't know. But so the difference, so you got 401k and then you have IRA, which is an individual retirement account, right?
Oh, we should say though, it's not like some people do really like the 401k.
Yeah.
And it's not like the horrible, I mean, you can now, no one it used to be that you stayed at a company for 3 decades and then, they give you the fucking golden watch and you go live out your life on your pension.
Yeah.
People change jobs all the time now. Your 401k,
They change jobs like they change their underwear. Am I right?
but your 401k is portable. You can take it with you.
Yeah.
To different companies.
You got to know, again, talk to your HR person. You roll it over. It's very, very, very simple, straightforward. Oh, your last employer used Vanguard? Well, we use TD Ameritrade. And now you just roll it over. There's a process and boom. And then you invest in their funds. That's it. But so the prime difference is, so 401k is you pay the tax when you take it out, right? So when you're whatever age that you're allowed to start taking it out, that's when you pay the tax. And I believe it's based on whatever income bracket you're in at the age that you take it out. So if you're in the upper echelons, that fucking sucks. Sorry. Sorry you're so rich that you're paying the top tax.
Sorry you have so much money.
So then with an IRA, and you can have both. So a 401k is for, when you've got a job and you've got income. And then an IRA is for anyone. Like I don't have a 401k anymore because I'm not working like at a Google or something. But I have an IRA. And an IRA is different because you put in money that has already been taxed. It doesn't come out of a paycheck before you get your paycheck like a 401k. It is just, hey, I want to put in money into this retirement account, but you're limited to $7,000, $6,000, $6,500 per year, something like that. But it is taxed. It is deferred taxed. So it's there's 2 different kinds. There's a traditional and there's a Roth IRA. The traditional one is, I believe, you get taxed. It's for tax deductions. So whatever you put in, you get the tax deduction out of your taxes for that year. And then, yuck. Oh, yeah. Traditional contributions are tax deductible.
There we go.
You pay no taxes on IRA earnings until retirement, when withdrawals are taxed as income. But with a Roth, contributions are made with after-tax funds and are not tax deductible. So whatever you put in, it's not deductible. With a traditional, whatever you put in is tax deductible. But with a Roth, earnings and withdrawals are tax-free. So if you put in money into a Roth IRA and you make a fucking $1 million on it, when you pull out that $1 million when it's time, you don't pay a cent to the tax man.
Hell yeah.
Peter Thiel
Fuck that guy.
put all of his like Facebook stock in his Roth IRA. So all his tens of billions of dollars totally tax-free. Isn't that wild? That is wild stuff. Wacky
Good
stuff.
for Peter Thiel.
Good for you, Peter.
Good for Peter
Give
Thiel.
me $1 million.
Didn't he get ousted from Facebook?
I don't know if he...
Didn't they ask him to leave? They were like, all right, we're not doing the whole like right-wing misinformation thing anymore.
I don't know. I feel like it was a mutual hatred. He was like, Facebook sucks. Mark Zuckerberg, you suck. And he was like, okay.
But I thought I thought it was because they were like, we want to move away from this whole.
I think so. I think it was like,
I think Mark Zuckerberg's like, all right, everyone kind of wised up to our game here, and it's not as fun because they just keep hauling us down to Congress, and it's like,
yeah. What do you think he does all day, Mark Zuckerberg? Code?
I bet he like walks around the office and like waves to people.
He's in meetings and stuff.
I bet he like
Surfs.
does weird things with his foundation, cuts ribbons,
Does weird things.
like goes to events.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. Once you hit the money, you start a foundation for tax purposes, and you just funnel money through there, and you go and cut big ribbons.
Yeah,
and
cut a big ribbon. Just once would they let me cut a big ribbon? Fuck.
we'll get you a big ribbon to cut.
Ooh, can we?
It went on my boat.
Ooh, yes. But also, when we maybe when we move to our new channel,
We'll
we
cut
can
a big
do
fucking
cut a big
ribbon.
ribbon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great
Now we're
idea.
talking.
Did you see that Mackenzie Bezos donated like $200 million to Planned Parenthood, which was the biggest single donation in the history of Planned Parenthood?
No.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. She has so much Amazon stock, she's like stressed about it. She talks about how she can't sell it fast enough because then she sells it, but then the stock goes up and it's like, fuck, now I have the same amount that I had yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mackenzie.
You know who I really would like to get on the show is that billionaire who gave away all his money except for $3 million.
That's the dream.
That guy. That's the guy that I want to talk to.
I don't think.
He can't afford to fly out here. I mean, jeez.
I'm sure he still can.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think what?
I don't think you can fully be happy having all that much money. You're lying.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
No. The pressure you would feel from your family, friends, and loved ones to like just give them money all
Here's
the
the
time
deal.
would be awful.
We live in L.A.
Yeah.
There's a horrible homelessness problem here.
Really?
I wish they would do something to help all these people. But you can't go anywhere without someone needing help on the street.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have much money, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, do I have any fucking like? You can't help but want to do
It's
something.
overwhelming.
Imagine walking around knowing you could just change everyone's life. How do you even? And you just go, I'm going to make the decision not to.
I think it's a little more complicated than that.
Tell me why.
Because if you give someone who's a total junkie like a mansion, they're not going to suddenly be like, well, let me put on my suit and be a,
It's a bit of a straw man argument. I didn't say give them mansions.
Okay, give them what?
Some money. I mean, and there have been programs that have shown when you give people money, they are much more likely to get on their feet and be able to live like.
I think that if you were to give that money with consideration to what current struggles they've got, yeah, like if it's the guy passed out on a fucking heroin high, I don't think $1,000 a month. It's because when you're addicted to something like that, your whole being is focused on your next high.
Okay, but you're so focused on like the guy who's addicted to heroin.
No, yeah,
What about
no,
just like someone who needs help?
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Right.
And that's like, I think LA is it LA or California is doing a program for.
They are doing a UBI program.
Yeah, $1,000 a month for like 3 years. I think that's fantastic. I cannot wait.
You know
it's gonna fucking.
You know what's gonna happen in 3 years? There's gonna be an article that findings show that giving people money helps them get on their feet and they live much better lives after. And
the San Francisco program.
We end up using less resources from the state, and then they just go, "Well, we did it. We read the article. We've learned nothing, though."
Yeah.
Surely we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Sure, it makes people's lives better. We spend less resources on it.
But fuck those people. The one in San Francisco ended, and it changed, like, I think it was like 150 participants, and like 100, I don't know how many, a lot of them were able to get back on their feet. Because
every time.
Yes, it was just what they needed to not fall below the poverty line. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank the sponsor of today's episode, Workable. Is your company or business having a tough time hiring the people you need? You know, you see so many headlines about there being so many jobs, but not enough workers. That's just hard. You can't keep up with hiring. Guess who helps with all types of companies? Workable.
Workable? Yeah. There are 46% more jobs being posted than before the pandemic, and there are 44% fewer candidates applying to each one. So you need to find the right candidates and hire them fast. Workable can help. Workable accelerates every step of your hiring process from find to hire.
Workable helps you cast the widest net possible by posting your jobs to all the top job boards, more than 200 total, with just one click. It helps you evaluate and hire quickly with modern tools like video interviews and e-signatures. And Workable will help you automate repetitive tasks like scheduling interviews so you can spend your time on what's important, making hires.
Whether you're hiring for your coffee shop or your engineering team, Workable is exactly what you need to hire the right people fast. Start hiring today with a risk-free 15-day trial. If you hire during the trial, which many do, it won't cost a thing. Just go to Workable.com to start hiring. Workable is hiring made easy.
You know what else would fucking help? Not issuing $85 street cleaning tickets to people.
Oh, yeah.
And not even cleaning the fucking street.
Yeah.
Or you made a left turn on a Friday and it's between the hours of 5 and 7. Here, that'll cost you $450.
Don't some companies do it based on income?
Some company? You mean municipalities?
Countries. Sorry.
Yeah, I think in Scandinavia, it's probably some fucking Dutch.
That's
ass.
pretty sick.
Yeah,
Imagine you're
cool.
a millionaire and you like run a stop sign. It's like you got to pay $300,000.
Yeah, that'd be tight. But
if I do it, they're like, "Come on, dude,
Yeah.
$5."
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
Put it
what
in a jar.
It's just such a. It makes me so mad when I see the city just milking people with parking citations and chicken shit things like that can mean the difference between making rent or not for certain people. Like when I got a no left turn stupid fucking ticket that cost me like $450, and I went to court to fight it, and the cop was there, and he had written down what I said. It was like 3 months prior, and I was hoping the cop wasn't going to show up, of course, because then it would get thrown out.
Right.
But he showed up, and the judge was like, "Officer Dickhead, do you have anything?" He says, "Well, I wrote down what Mr. Khan said." Quote, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I'm so sorry." So it's just like, okay. And then the judge looked at me and was like, "Do you have anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I said that." And she's like, "Okay, you got to pay." But I was so mad. And
Man, if you come down to the court and you're like, "Please don't fucking fine me. Just throw it out."
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But Mike, I was really mad about it. And my coworkers were like, "What are you mad about? You can afford that." And I said, "That's not the point. Yeah, I can afford it. But how many people have been in my situation who fucking can't?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
maybe it's their third thing and now their insurance is going to go up. And that's going to cost them $2,000 over the next 2 years. Los Angeles, get your shit together.
It's crazy when they do it to like a
Yes.
car that's clearly someone who's been forced to live on the street, and they're just like sitting there writing a ticket. It's like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
That'll solve this."
Yeah, that'll get them.
Yeah, no. This is the best way to handle this.
Yeah. Well, they've got to write the tickets to afford the fleet of cars to issue the tickets
Sure.
and to pay the salaries of the people writing them.
Wasn't there a thing that said the NYPD budget was more than I think the Ukraine's military budget?
Wow. I don't know, but I believe it. I mean, there's a lot of New Yorkers out there you got to
But
police.
you need
gotta
a
write tickets,
fucking
dude.
military to police the streets.
Well, yeah, you need tanks. Come on, get real. You need the NYPD's
NYPD's
budget is higher than the entire military budget of Ukraine, a country with
the
a population.
NYPD is not the military.
Wow. No, I know. It's $6
We have
billion.
the United. I mean, I just can't even fucking fathom it.
Yeah. Well. And they get a lot of that overtime too. They just a lot of those. So there's one of the drawbacks of unions is when they get used like that to milk citizens. So like a police union like that fights for really good overtime and really, really cushy pensions. So if you die, then your spouse gets paid for the rest of their life.
I don't recognize the police union as a labor union. That's a whole nother thing. That's no.
You heard it here, folks. Emil is anti-union.
No.
No, I know what you mean. Oh man, speaking of Ukraine, Russia. Let's talk about Russia a little bit. So I'm not freaked out, but I am a little freaked out because my friend Kate and I, hey Kate, have been talking about cyber attacks a lot recently because it's a thing that we got to worry about. I feel like, and I'm not trying to fearmonger. I mean, I'm not.
No,
doing
he
it.
is.
Look at me.
He's trying to scare you. I'll tell you what, I am freaked out. We were talking about it, and I was like, well, let's not But I'm getting freaked out.
Why?
No, I'm not getting freaked out. I think I'm just like, this is too much I was making fun of it a few weeks ago of like, oh, you need mental health, whatever. I think I'm getting overwhelmed with like, there's a new variant coming. There's a recession coming probably.
Sure.
There's cyber, and then did you see, I put it in the thing, they're talking about tactical nukes now.
Which are like suitcase nukes?
No, they're saying it's a much smaller, they're kind of normalizing this like, well, if he used one, we have these things called tactical nukes. They're not going to, level an entire continent. It will be, but it's still a fucking gigantic thing. And I think all of this is...
It feels like they're priming us.
Especially with the cyber attack thing. I don't understand the announcement that Joe Biden is making. I don't know. What the fuck you want me to do about it?
Yeah, he's saying quote, the magnitude of Russia's cyber capacity is fairly consequential and it's coming, and they could target companies with cyber attacks. Cool. Can you target Starbucks and have it give me $20 on my Starbucks card?
Target Elon Musk's house. Disable his internet. Give us like give us a week off from him tweeting.
Remember when Grimes a few weeks ago was like, he lives below the poverty line sometimes. I was eating peanut butter for like a week straight, and he sleeps on a firm mattress. It's like, that's not going to make me feel fucking bad for him. That just means he's cosplaying as poor.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't. There's a difference between someone.
Just the richest man in the world is choosing to live like that. I don't care. Howard Hughes used to like piss in jars and stuff,
and we love him for it.
Do whatever you want, you freak.
It's like me. I got rid of my bed 15 years ago because I thought that it would help me with my sleep. I thought it would help me wake up if I got rid of my bed.
How'd that go?
It was fine because the ground was just as comfortable. Because I remember deducing it to, man, why can't I just wake up early? Well, it's because I never want to get out of
I'm too fucking comfy.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. I don't want to get out of my warm, comfy bed. I'll get rid of the bed. So that when I sleep on the floor and it's time to wake up, I'll be going, wow, finally, time to get off the floor.
That's some like moron shit.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble waking up. I just won't go to sleep.
Well, I also was about to try that like 15-minute nap thing, spaced out. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, it's called microdosing sleep.
Something like that, yeah.
It's
I tried
micro naps or something.
I tried it for one day, and then I was like, fuck this shit. I don't need to read that.
I'm a baby. If I don't sleep well, my whole day's wrong.
Oh, me too. Me too, pal. And my tummy gets upset.
Nah, my tummy's fine. You always have an upset tummy. Every time we like go out to dinner, you're like, did that shit like that? And I'm like, the pasta?
Well, pesto will fuck me up. I don't know what it is, the pine nuts or the oil or something. It might be pine nuts. No, it's not a Jew thing.
I didn't say that.
My Jew genes are recessive, I think. Because look at me. Well, But so let's get back to the cyber attacks, shall we?
Wait, I have this thing about, they're called TACs, tactical nuclear weapons. Some are even equipped with a dial-a-yield function that can regulate the size of the bomb's destruction. For some military analysts, this makes the unthinkable prospect of nuclear war almost thinkable.
What the fuck?
Right? It's fucking
like, hey
psychotic.
guys, no, it's actually not going to be a world-ending thing. We can just do it now.
But the problem is they won't really be able to tell the difference if it goes off. Once you see the mushroom cloud, no one will know whether it was a 20 kiloton weapon or a 1 megaton weapon 1,000 times stronger, said Joshua Pollack, editor of the Non-Proliferation Review. Wait, and speaking of fucking mental health, this is from the article. This is a quote. Today, the tiniest tactical nuclear weapon is capable of destruction far worse than what happened in Hiroshima. Even if just one small nuclear weapon were to be launched in the current conflict, there would not be enough therapists in the world to deal with the mental health trauma that would come from watching the aftermath in real time.
God damn, man. That's...
I don't even understand.
That is the darkest and most confusing, that they make it about mental health.
I mean, but there's this helplessness of just watching absolute madness occur in front of me every day.
Yeah.
And I can do nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it's...
You should start smoking.
Pot?
No, just cigarettes.
Should I?
I don't know. If I knew the world was definitively going to end in 5 years, let's say, which would suck. God, I hope.
Oh, then I would definitely fucking stop. What a
I would
nice.
start doing it. Yeah, but it would be so awful if is that how.
Well, so I used to roll my own cigarettes because they were so.
Of course.
Well, no, I didn't, and then I moved to New York, and they were so expensive.
Oh, right.
The packs were like $15, $20 a pack,
Insane.
but you could get a pack of Bugle tobacco. You get
$3.
$5.
Wow.
And you get way more than 20 cigarettes that come in a fucking regular
yeah.
pack. So I just started rolling them. And then when I quit, I remember for a while I would still roll the cigarette because it just helped to just roll. Like when I wanted one, I would just roll it and not smoke it.
Smart.
But I still have the urge to like roll paper up and just.
When I quit, I would just stand around other smokers and get the secondhand smoke and not feel guilty about it. And that helped a lot. Cigarettes.
Maybe I will. Maybe that would help. Do you know how nice it is to just.
Oh, yeah. And immediately feel like you have to shit the worst you've ever had to go in your life? Why do we don't talk about that enough? When you smoke a cigarette, your body immediately has to shit.
Yeah.
So when you see like a sexy girl smoking a cigarette, it doesn't work on me. I think, girl, you got to shit.
And a lot of time, party people they're doing coke and they're smoking cigarettes.
So they have to
and people who they think they're so cool. They're going into a back room to fucking like blow lines and they're smoking cigarettes. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
They're holding back shit.
Oh, big.
They're all talking to each other a million miles a minute.
And they're all thinking,
they're all trying not to shit.
Yeah.
And everyone's in the fucking bathroom busting up lines, and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here! I gotta shit."
Yeah.
Doing coke and smoking cigarettes, not cool.
No, none of these.
Even separately.
You know what's
Both not
cool? Loving your parents, being a good person, being kind, getting enough sleep, eating well.
You know what's cool?
Not washing your hair.
Psychedelics. Opening up your third eye.
Yeah. Opening up your third eye. The cyber attack thing though makes me feel it's realizing how vulnerable our systems are and the things that we rely on, like our water supply. Like, what if someone were to hack into some kind of water supply thing and put a bunch of doo-doo in the water? Change the mixture so we get a lot more doo-doo than normal.
Yeah.
What if they make the paths cross and all the dudes...
I'll tell you who's going to be confused.
The shit checker.
The guy checking the shit.
Suddenly there's no COVID. What's going...
And then he takes a sip of the drinking water. Oh, no.
They mixed it up. You maniacs.
Who would do this?
So there's that to worry about. I don't know if it's going to happen. Who knows?
Also,
maybe the warning.
It continues to be so confusing. I'm at like
what, cyber attacks?
No. Just watching everything unfold. I'm at like, I mean, these are bullshit numbers, but I feel like 75% of the time when I look at something from what's going on in Ukraine, I go, holy shit, this is wild. And it's like viral on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then I click the replies and people are like, this is fake. It's from 2017. Stop. Sure. And you're just like, fucking Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really weird, shitty time to be a person with brain.
We should get lobotomies after this.
Oh, buddy.
Want to do it?
No, I actually don't.
Come with me. I'm scared to get mine.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what I wish happened in
What?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and this is how I always kind of imagine it.
What?
Remember he gets the lobotomy at the end?
Yes.
I wish when Chief is trying to, like, when he's checking on him, I wish Jack Nicholson gave him
a wink?
Yeah, McMurphy.
Yeah. But then maybe he wouldn't have killed him. He would have been like, oh, you're okay. All right.
He still killed him.
Oh. He smiles. And,
He goes,
hey, Chief, I'm still alive here. You gonna fucking smother my face, Chief? Hey, Chief. Is that good? Yeah. I'm just trying to watch the baseball game. Wow, he really likes it. He likes it, guys.
but Chief didn't understand.
Yeah.
He's winking at him.
What does that mean?
Hey, Chief, get me out of here.
Hey, Chief, get me out of here.
I didn't actually get my frontal lobe removed.
I didn't actually get my frontal lobe removed. You fucking big idiot. Now take that drinking fountain and plug it through that wall so that fucking bitch of a nurse doesn't go. He's a great guy.
No one watching this is going to have any idea what we're talking about. Actually,
It's Jack Nicholson.
they all fucking love Columbo. I'm sure they've seen One
Yeah.
Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah. And if you haven't, you should see it. It's a great movie.
And they probably had to read it in school.
Yeah.
I read it in school.
Um,
Ken Kesey, leader of the Merry Pranksters.
yeah, what he said. Oh,
The guy who wrote that.
yeah, I know. Ken Kesey. He was the leader of the Merry Pranksters.
You know the Merry Pranksters?
Yeah, they're so happy.
Come on.
Walking around. It was the original Jackass.
It wasn't.
What were they? Who were
No,
they?
now you don't get it.
Google the Merry Pranksters and let us know in the comments. I want to talk about what Russia's doing real fast.
Talk about it. Preach.
It's really smart. It's a tactic that they have just employed there. So the European Union.
You can't call it smart. That's pro Putin. Did you see they fucking removed Yuri Gagarin from the fucking
First guy in space?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. But so what Russia's doing that is clever, I won't call it smart.
Clever still.
It's smart. They're currently getting their asses reamed, and the ruble is in the shitter and worth, 100th of what it was. But they do have a move to make, which is they are selling their natural gas to unfriendly countries, aka the EU, aka part of the world that gets like all of their heating and grid energy from Russian natural gas. Russia's only going to sell it to them in the ruble. And what does that mean? That means, hey, I'll liken it to crypto. Oh, you can only buy this in Ethereum. Or you can only buy this in Bitcoin. Oh, you got Bitcoin? Too bad. We're only going to sell it to you in our currency. So that means that the EU has to kind of, they got to weigh they got a problem here. Is it like, are we gonna piss off the United States? Because the United States doesn't want us to do business with Russia, but we got no choice. We're gonna have to do something to get these. He's pantomiming he's mirroring, you guys, the audio listener. Emil is mirroring my every move. It's really something. But so, yeah, they're all these European countries are going to have to buy rubles somehow to buy their natural gas. And that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Also, they're shutting down. Russia's maybe shutting down all 800 McDonald's locations. And
I love this. Uncle Vanya's.
Yeah, they're in an attempt to not sequester themselves. Help me out here. What are they doing? They're trying to cut themselves off from the Western world by basically making their own version of everything, right?
And they're and so they're turning the McDonald's golden arches on its side, and it looks like
a B.
A B for Uncle Banya's. Hey, that's just.
It's great. I think it's genius, and it's really funny.
It probably tastes better than fucking McDonald's.
Oh, apparently all fast food, all American fast
countries.
food, it tastes better.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything, Oreos, you name it.
Yeah, because the countries ban ingredients that
give you cancer,
or just are horrible.
Yeah,
countries in Europe wouldn't feed their cattle the stuff we let Americans eat.
That's true. That is true. Should we just touch on Tesla, this last thing with Pelosi, or should we end?
Sure,
it here?
we are. Yeah. Well, we could talk about it for a second. Yeah.
Tesla launched their first German-made Model Y. The stock has gone up 7 days straight from $750 to $1,036. And we got to congratulate Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, we got to give it up to our girl.
Really got to.
She just keeps winning.
Ka-ching, ka-ching. I mean, good for you, Nancy and husband, because why? Well, they exercised their options. They had bought call options in Tesla, and you either sell the option or you exercise it and get the shares at the designated price that you.
And she exercised her.
And exercised somewhere in the realm of, it's estimated to be $5 million worth. And right at the time when Congress, spearheaded by Pelosi, is pushing for electric vehicle subsidies again and massive spending on charging infrastructure, and it's just
Which
like,
we are
whoa.
for.
Yeah, of course, but man,
God,
that's some crazy
damn.
timing, right? Isn't that
that's
weird?
so weird.
I mean, imagine being that good at it. She's just so good. Her and her husband, Paul Pelosi, are so good.
I don't know how they know how to do it.
I don't know how they knew that was coming. That was weird. Like, wow. Millions of dollars worth.
I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just happy for her.
Honestly, me too.
I might move to San Francisco so I can vote for her in re-election.
I might go try to seduce her. Be like, your husband Paul sucks.
Hey, Nancy, I just wanted to say your husband Paul sucks. And she just immediately is like,
He told me that he thinks you suck, but I don't.
I was talking. That's how you're going to seduce Nancy.
That's how I'm going to seduce her.
I was talking to your husband and he said you suck, but I don't
know what he's talking about because you're banging. Look at you. You don't look a day over 70.
What is she, 83?
81.
81?
Yeah. And has more money. She could retire now and spend $2 million per year and live to be 100 without going broke.
Wow.
Well, yeah, she's worth like $100 million.
That's a nice life.
Over 100.
Why would you want to continue to be a congressperson?
I don't know. Because maybe if she stops, her batteries are going to fucking die. And
That honestly could be
over. God damn.
Go on vacation for 20 years. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, it is true. When you stop working, you die.
I'm telling you, it's pathological. There's something wrong with these people.
No, I totally agree.
Like,
It's control.
if you want to
power.
continue, why?
And why is Paul Pelosi still fucking trading?
I don't
Just
think they know
stop, dude.
the power of fucking hanging out. I'm serious. These people,
They don't
you
hang.
gotta get me in the room with psycho billionaires and be like, bud, you gotta try hanging.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
so sick.
it really
fucking
is.
rocks ass. Take all that money, hang out, baby.
Buy a boat.
Buy a boat.
They probably already have boats. But they don't spend
Buy a
they're
small
just like
one.
tax shelters.
See, that's not hanging out.
No.
When you got like an army fucking of servants on your huge yacht,
That's stress.
that's
dog.
not hanging out.
Yeah.
I'll teach them how to hang.
Guys, we love you very much. Leave a comment. Click that like button. Kill your parents. Quit your job. Shit your pants.
And don't forget to hang out.
Don't forget to hang out. Follow us on
The
all
pandemic
shit.
tried to take hanging out from us,
Yeah.
but,
But
we
it
won't
can't.
let them.
It'll never.
Hanging out is forever.
Yeah. Dudes rock.
Dudes rock.
Follow the new channel. We're almost at 10,000.
You ever see that
subs.
viral clip of? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You ever see that viral clip of the guy who's? I think he played basketball for like Boston College, and I think it was his last game or something. And they tried to ask him, what are you gonna miss the most about playing basketball? And he's like, I'm gonna miss, and he starts crying, and it's like a long pause, and he's like, and he just goes, eating out. Oh no, eating at restaurants, but he means like going out with the
With
team
boys, yeah.
and eating it as a team.
Oh.
And I'm
I
like,
bet that's
fuck
really fun.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
It really is fun.
it's the best.
Go out to dinner with your boys or girls or people. Subscribe to the Trillionaire Mindset, youtube.com/Trillionaire Mindset.
Hit that fucking notification button. Cool shit is coming.
Yeah. So long.
Thank you. We love you.